It's football time in college football. And we're back with week 5 and our picks for that. And as usual, I am joined with my co-hosts Jaden and Cody.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got me saying that now. Cody.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of nice to say it that way, and I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
You know, I'll let out a personal truth to you. I have always found my name very hard to say, and I don't know why.
Hard?
Yeah. No, it's kind of difficult in some situations whenever you're trying to talk to somebody.
Interesting.
It's weird to pronounce for me.
Why? Because it's your name.
Yeah, I don't use it
That's how
very
it is for
often.
my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. It's kind of. It is weird to say your own name. It is kind of strange when I say Dustin.
Like
That's
when other people
weird.
say my name, it's like normal. But when people like ask me what my name is, I feel goofy saying my own name. It just feels weird.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. It's
Really
weird.
strange. I don't know how we got on this, but okay. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I don't know if we want to really drag on this week's picks that much, so we're going to jump through some of these kind of quick. Not really to talk about that much on some of these games, but there's a couple big ones this week to watch, and I wanted to say we're going to notate those ones that we need to watch. And the first one is, of course, when you listen to this, it may be happening as you listen to it because it is going to be on Friday, and it is Friday as we're recording this, but Friday early in the morning. And the first game is at 9 o'clock on FS1, Friday, September 29th, Utah, number 10 versus number 19th, Oregon State. Decent game. I think this is going to be close. It's going to be a close matchup.
I agree.
I think Oregon State will be all right.
They are predicted
I
to
mean,
win.
Utah has promise, but I think Oregon State.
Utah is 4-0 right now.
This is true. This is true.
They won last
I'm
4
gonna pick
games,
Utah.
and they did beat Florida. So they
I
beat
just
Florida,
believe in the Utah defense.
beat
So I'm gonna pick
UCLA.
Utah.
I would have to say I agree. I think Oregon State's coming off of a loss. Utah, it might look a little bit better here. Their defense was definitely better than Oregon State. I'm going to pick Utah.
It's true. I mean, I won't deny the fact that Utah's defense is probably one of the best that we've seen thus far. But I think Oregon State had a tough break. I I I want to pull for the underdogs here,
Well,
just to add a little bit of creativity to the
they're
first half
favored
of
to
the game.
win, so which one are you pulling for then?
Oh, Oregon State, I just said.
Well, they're not the underdog.
Ah, rankings wise they are, but technically they're not.
So you're going to pull for Oregon State because the underdog ranked wise. Okay. Well, they are predicted to win. So 2 Utah, 1 Oregon. Moving on to the
Yep.
next game, we're going to 12 o'clock on the BTN. Penn State versus Northwestern. I mean, do we really need it? It's Penn State.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. 12 o'clock on Fox. We got USC versus Colorado.
I've already said this before. I believe it's USC.
Yeah, we talked about this in the
Yeah.
last one. USC's got this game. There's really no sense of talking about it much more, but it'd be interesting to see what Colorado does
Oh yeah,
from this big
the
loss that they
rebound
just
for
had.
Colorado is going to be interesting to see, but I mean, it almost brings in the question: what if Colorado did win though? Just out of a nick of faith, what if Colorado was able to pull something out of their sleeves here? What would they where would they end up?
Oh, they'd be back
That
in the
is going
top
to be
25.
Yeah.
yeah, they would for sure. But just going from that game, where would they be?
That would make things very interesting if they come out and win this game. Do I see that happening? Absolutely
Exactly.
not. But that would make
No,
things
I
very
mean I
interesting.
don't either, but it'd
The
be
hype
an
would be back
interesting.
on.
Oh, absolutely would be.
Absolutely.
My Instagram feed and TikTok feed would be nothing but Deion Sanders all over again.
And mine still is.
Yeah.
It's either Deion Sanders or Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. So,
Let's not even
and
talk
I'm
about
tired
that
of it.
mess. Yeah. Ugh. All right,
Moving
next
on before I get
game
angry.
at 12 o'clock on ESPN, we have number 22 Florida versus Kentucky. Kentucky's not ranked; they're 4-0. Florida is 3-1.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that we all kind of hope that Kentucky wins.
As
I mean,
much
I'm
as I
picking
don't,
Kentucky.
yeah, as much
So.
as I don't like Kentucky, also, I think Kentucky's going to win this game.
And the only reason why I'm saying that is my inside sources say that, I mean, no, Kentucky's kind of had a leisure schedule so far, Ball State, Eastern Kentucky, and Akron, but they played Vanderbilt and stomped them, and that's not saying much, but,
Uh-huh.
I just believe Kentucky can pull it out. I feel like they're a pretty decent team this year. I'll give it to them.
I think
I think
they're
they're
not
an okay
bad.
team.
Yeah, I think they're not bad now. And Florida, I think they're a little delusional. I think they're just going to walk through here and stomp everybody else in their schedule. That's just not going to happen. At worst, I think Kentucky's going to put up a big fight. At best, I think Florida's going to get manhandled.
And I'm not picking Florida for the fact that I don't like Florida. It's just I honestly believe Kentucky's a good team, and I believe they can do it.
Actually, I dislike
Even
both of these teams about equally.
I mean, yeah, they're
Florida
rival.
probably,
They're both annoying.
yeah. Florida probably a little
Florida's
bit
also
bad.
more annoying.
Yeah, I'm picking Kentucky.
But yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
Kentucky here.
I
as
agree.
well.
All right, moving on to the 3:30 spot. It's number 1 Georgia versus Auburn.
And I'm picking Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah, Georgia. I mean,
Auburn's
I
not
think
looked too well this year.
after what we've seen, I think Auburn will put some points on the board, but I don't think it'll be it. I don't think.
I don't think they'll put much of
Worth
anything on the board.
much.
But that's just me. All right, moving on to 3:30 Fox. It's number 2 Michigan versus Nebraska. It's Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to 3:30 on ABC. We have number 3 Texas versus number 24 Kansas. They're both 4-0. Kansas
Like
just
Texas and Kansas. Huh?
yeah, Kansas just joined the top 25. I don't think that's going to last much longer. I think this week is their
No.
only week they're going to be on here.
I would say Quinn Ewers has had a phenomenal season this far. So I'd like to see how far Texas goes, honestly, with this season.
Yeah, I think
Especially
they're
since they're
dangerous.
coming into the SEC. Yeah, it's a good insight to what we'll see next year. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a bad omen, guys. This is a bad omen.
Why you say that?
When you type in Texas Longhorns, the football don't even pop up on Google.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I think I may have to go with Kansas. It's not looking good for them with that bad omen.
Long shot
No, I'm just
underdog right
kidding.
there.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna pick Texas. I finally picked it up. The logo, for some reason, the Texas logo was white with an orange border.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
That is odd.
I was like, why? Because it's the other way. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm picking Texas. It was just weird.
Yeah, Texas all the way on this game. All right,
Yeah.
moving on to the 4 o'clock spot. We have the SEC Network, number 23 Missouri versus Vandy. So
I'm picking Mizzou.
Mizzou
Yeah, Missouri
is
Missouri
somehow
is
4-0 this year. I don't understand it.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they're
they beat
very
Kansas
excited
State,
about it.
So
I'm just confused by Mizzou being 4-0. Just throws me off. I mean, they've not had big teams they played, but still being 4-0 just for Mizzou, that's strange.
the only big team what Missouri's played is Kansas.
Yeah, that's
State.
it.
Won by field goal.
Yeah.
They also play LSU. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, they
play a lot of hard games this year.
Yeah, they face some harder teams later on, but it's just weird seeing 4-0, but underneath them right now.
Yeah, no.
It's really strange. But yeah, Vandy or Mizzou on this one.
I'm picking Mizzou.
Yeah, Mizzou will pull it.
Yeah.
I just still don't think Vanderbilt is good at
No,
all.
I mean it's Vandy. It's the worst team in the SEC. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Mizzou too. I think Mizzou wins this game.
I mean, Vanderbilt lost to UNLV, bruh,
Yeah, yeah. They had a hard time with Hawaii. Uh,
and they got stomped by Kentucky,
so
With a Y.
and they lost to Wake Forest.
yeah. Old Vandy knows how to be Vandy, that's for sure. All right, moving on to the 6 o'clock spot, we
Poor Vandy.
have on ESPN number 13 LSU versus number 20 Ole Miss. Both 3-1 teams.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I do too. But I think honestly, I think LSU's got this one.
I agree. I think
Yep.
LSU.
Ole Miss is
think-
favored to win 56.6%. They're giving them a 2.5 spread. So
Yeah, that pretty much just says it's anybody's game.
yeah,
I mean,
but I do think LSU, after their loss this season, it was
Yeah, they improved.
they really
It's
have.
skyrocketed.
So that they did have a very tight matchup versus Arkansas last week.
They
A little
almost
scary.
lost. Yeah,
They almost lost. But every
they only won
time,
by a field goal.
yeah, but we've seen them lose versus Florida State University, and they bounce back. I think they'll probably bounce back pretty hard on this one. Ole Miss is coming off a loss versus Alabama last week. Will they bounce back? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick LSU for the safe bet.
yeah, I think I'm gonna pick
Just-
LSU for this one.
yeah, I think we all agree on LSU here.
All right, on to the 6:30 spot. We have on Pac-12, number 9 Oregon versus Stanford. I mean, it's going to be Oregon.
Oregon's doing great this year.
Let's move on. 7 o'clock. We got on the FS1, number 14 Oklahoma versus Iowa State. It's Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's another one.
Oklahoma.
Moving on to the 7:30 spot on SEC Network, we have number 21 Tennessee versus South Carolina. South Carolina being 2-2, Tennessee being 3-1.
I hate to say it.
Now,
I hate to say it, but I'm a Tennessee fan by heart, but I think South Carolina is, yeah. I think if not a close game, South Carolina will win.
I can
Is
see
Tennessee
why you're
favored in this
saying
game?
that. Tennessee is favored in this game,
By how much?
70.4%. They get a
Spread?
12-point spread.
Well, I'm still gonna pick Tennessee because
Off of
sure
stats,
Spencer Rattler's
yeah, off of stats, I got to go with Tennessee.
Spencer Rattler is balling out and they're doing all right in terms of offensively, but I feel like we're good
And-
just enough to barely win the game.
Are we really doing that good defensively though?
Well, I don't know what
Here
happened
the
to our
past couple of
defense.
games, no, but still our defense is better than theirs. They've allowed 434 yards. We've only allowed 302.
I mean, that is 100
It better-
or
Yeah.
100 yards, but
It better be good this week or
Oh, we definitely
improved.
need it. Yeah, we definitely need it
This
this
is
week.
conference play. You can't lose conference games.
They can't rush the ball, so we're going to have to make sure our passing defense is up there. And Milton's going to have to figure it out. But that's a broken record. We've
That's
talked
Yeah,
about
we're not.
that.
I'm not.
record.
I'm not.
Yeah.
we're not on Tennessee offense anymore.
Yeah.
We're focused on Tennessee defense.
But I won't pick Tennessee just based off stats. But
I'm gonna
I
pick
I
Tennessee as
do
well.
know Tennessee is known to be Tennessee and will do Tennessee things.
Yeah.
I honestly hate to say it, but I think it'll be a repeat of last year.
Okay.
Okay, well, it ain't gonna be that bad. They ain't gonna stomp us 63-42 or whatever it was.
And the only reason why they beat us that bad last year is because there was some
That was bad. It was just.
inner fightings going on within the team.
We
And,
were in disarray. Let's
yeah.
say.
A lot of people was wanting to be the spotlight. That's why it was the way it was. And South Carolina capitalized.
But yeah, I'm still picking Tennessee.
All right, we got a defector here. So on the South Carolina side.
And
Just
plus, we're dark mode this game. We can't lose in dark mode.
That's true. That's true. I know how it is, Cody. I know you're still going to be pulling for Tennessee, but you got
I hate it if I'm
you
right.
gotta-
I'd hate it
yeah.
if I'm right.
This
I
is
know.
like me during the
I'd
Florida
love it if
pick.
I'm wrong.
It's hard. I mean, it's going to be the same way when we go up against Alabama and Georgia. We're going to have to pick those
Oh,
teams.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, the day is coming. It's.
I mean, my pick's already set for Georgia. I'm already just telling you right now. But
Yeah.
it depends. Maybe that will change later down the season if Tennessee somehow picks it up and Georgia doesn't do any better. But
yeah.
moving on.
All right,
I
moving
still
on.
think we could beat Alabama, but going on. Moving on.
7:30 spot ABC. We got number 11 Notre Dame versus number 17 Duke. Notre Dame just came off that loss, but
I still
they are
think-
favored to win this game.
I still think Notre Dame's well off, good enough to beat Duke. Not saying Duke is bad, but
Duke,
No, I think Riley Leonard's doing great, all things considered.
Duke's not really been challenged this year except for their first game versus Clemson. I feel like Duke is a good team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say Duke's not a good team. I just don't think they haven't been really challenged to
No.
what Notre Dame has. So I have to say Notre Dame's going to pull this game
yeah,
out.
I'm picking the Fighting Irish. Picking them.
Yeah. I
Better-
mean, I don't disagree with you guys. I think I'm just saying Duke has had a good season thus far.
Oh,
but,
they
I mean,
have. I mean, I'm
you
not
look at the
saying-
stats. You look at the stats. You look at how things have gone for both teams, and I mean, I think they're going to pick it up. I think Notre Dame's going to pick it up.
Yeah. All right. 9 o'clock spot, ESPN. We have number 12 Alabama versus Mississippi State.
Oh my God,
Here's the thing.
guys, it's getting hard to pick Alabama every week we talk about.
It
'em.
really well. It's weird because we say Alabama's got these shoe in, but Alabama's been Tennessee in it.
If this was any other season, it would be simply Alabama. But now they're not doing so good.
I mean, when
I
you
can't
play
just simply pick them.
when you play USF and you only get 17 on them, it's
I
just
mean,
weird.
they got Mississippi State got lost bad. They 14-41 to LSU. Then they played South Carolina last week and lost to South Carolina, believe it or not,
Yep.
by 7. And Alabama beat Ole Miss 24 to something last week?
24-10.
24-10.
Yeah.
I mean, they still won.
Yeah, but it's not Alabama
it's-
though. It's
it's
not the
not-
Alabama of
It's
the
not
old.
what they need to. I'm picking Mississippi State. I did it. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm over it, dude.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm just not confident with Alabama anymore, dude. I'm gonna pick Mississippi State. I will. Prove me wrong, Alabama,
I don't
actually.
blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. It's a
Ole
long
Miss could have won
shot.
that game.
Ole Miss could have. They should have won that game.
But now I'm starting to question: is Mississippi State on the level defensively as Ole Miss?
I don't know if they are. I don't think they are.
See, this is the problem I'm facing.
Yeah. I
I
got
just let an intrusive thought pick Mississippi State, and I may just let it ride out and keep them because I'm just not confident with Alabama.
and I don't blame you. I don't need not at all.
Just to make it interesting, I'll keep Mississippi State.
Okay.
I'll keep Mississippi.
I'm gonna take Alabama. I think that it's still Mississippi State, so
You're not wrong. I'm not against the Alabama pick either. It's just I can't no more, man. I don't know.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the safe bet here and say Alabama as well. I mean, Nick Saban's dynasty is ending. It is. I mean, you can't say that it's not, but I don't think that he doesn't have a couple more
I
games.
don't know. Alabama fans will say it's not.
No, they still say it's going on. All right. 10 o'clock spot, Pac-12, number 7 Washington versus Arizona.
Washington.
It's Washington.
Next question.
Yep.
Washington.
All right, last game of the night or last game of the week.
Actually, there's one more game left to do this, but continue.
Oh, is there?
I know.
Oh, I knew he was going with it. Never mind. All right, 10:30. We got on FS1 Nevada versus number 25 Fresno State.
You know what, Fresno? I'll literally toss you a bone since you're the Bulldogs. I'm picking you, I guess. I'll toss you a bone.
Hey, I
reckon.
actually have to say it's going to be Fresno anyway. Stat wise, they're way better than
Look, I don't know nothing about them really.
Nevada
But
is. Nevada's 0-4
I'm
right now.
picking Fresno. Okay, well there you go. That's my reason all the more.
Yeah. Fresno
Let's see you
State it
keep
is.
Fresno. Let's see you keep it.
All right, Mister. There's one more game. Let's hear it.
There's one more game, guys, and I can't believe you mulled over it.
I can't believe I have either.
It's at noon.
At noon.
It's at noon.
How did I miss that? How did I miss it?
I don't know. I don't know, but you can watch it on Furbo. You can watch it on Furbo.
Furbo?
And it's Connecticut, UConn versus Utah State Aggies. I will say Utah State is 1-3 and UConn is 0-4. But I believe UConn can pull this game out for their first win.
The way he said it.
I'm picking UConn this game, guys. Not to mention it's going to be hard for me to pick because I had a nasty revelation earlier the other day that Tennessee plays UConn earlier this season or later this season. So
They do.
I'm still picking Tennessee for that game, obviously, because they're my team, but I'm rooting for you, UConn.
You know what?
In your own right.
Do you think UConn can win this game?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go head to head
State.
with you, Jaden. I'm gonna say Utah.
He's going with Utah. You know,
Nah.
It's weird that we're picking. You know what? Ooh, I don't know. Those stats look a little rough there. I can't.
You just have to believe in UConn. You just have to believe.
They're 0-4. How am I going to be believing in UConn?
Remember when we were 0-4, Dustin?
No.
Way long time ago. Back in a land.
I don't think we were ever that bad.
Oh no, we've been pretty close.
Yeah, we've been pretty close.
Look, Utah State is 0-1 in conference play. Okay, that speaks numbers. It means they can't even win in their own conference.
And UConn is 0-4. Means they can't even win a game.
The most points they've had in a single game is 17 points.
That's fine. That's all they need to win.
Utah has had at least 28 points.
But UConn,
or 38 points actually.
But UConn hasn't lost a conference game.
Because they haven't
you
played
know why?
a conference
Because
game.
they're not in a conference.
That's exactly right.
UConn is so good they can't be put in a conference. They'd win every time.
Is that what it is? Is that what?
And now that they're independent, they can't win a game because they play everybody. I mean, look, they play Tennessee.
I want to look something.
I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I'm like, I don't know if they do win a game this year.
They win a game. They beat Sacred Heart, dude. They beat Sacred Heart.
You think so?
Yeah. Now, they don't beat Tennessee, and I don't think they beat South Florida or Rice. Maybe not even Boston College. But I think the last
Madison,
3 games
not going to happen.
shows hope.
Look,
I'm picking UConn against Utah State, okay? Who does Utah State play? Nobody, exactly. They lost to Air Force, guys. Let's get real. Utah State lost to Air Force. They got stomped by... Oh, no, sorry. They beat Idaho State, sorry. And they lost to James Madison. You really think they're going to beat Connecticut?
They had Iowa, They had Iowa pretty close the beginning of the semester, or the season.
No. UConn all day.
I'm going for Iowa.
Iowa.
Or not Iowa. Utah.
Oh gosh. Sorry, Jaden. I gotta go Utah on this one.
You'll regret that decision.
Oh man.
You'll regret it.
I think your charity case team just needs a little bit more help.
I think
they don't need no help.
I hope I'm wrong. just for you, Jim.
Yeah, I do
hope I'm
too.
wrong.
I hope I'm wrong just for you also.
The only reason I can see why you picked them is because they're in the Mountain West Conference. Okay, that's it.
Is that the reason?
Yeah,
It's not the
and
fact that they've got 430
'Cause-
yards this year and UConn's
That
only
don't
got
mean none.
286.
They ain't played nobody. They played Idaho State. That's where they got all the yards from. Was Idaho. Then they
Yeah,
got stomped on by Air
busted up
Force,
Idaho.
and then they got stomped on by James Madison.
Stomped on is
Well, they
45 to
put
38.
78 points on Idaho.
Yeah, that's where they got all the yards from that game.
What? Who was Idaho playing?
I mean,
Idaho beat Northern. Is that Colorado? Northern Colorado? What is that?
Okay,
That's Northern
we've dwelled on this
Colorado.
long enough. This is over. I told you I'm riding with UConn as my second backup team for the rest of the season.
that's his ride or die right there, UConn.
When Tennessee fails, UConn prevails.
UConn fails harder.
I get to pick two losing teams. So there you go.
Maybe I should start picking up UAB while I'm at it.
You might as well.
Let's see.
The pain can't get any worse. I'm picking an 0-4 team, guys.
That's true.
I'm battered and beaten. I've lost all gripes of reality. I picked a team that's 0-4.
UT Martin, bro.
UT Martin.
Hey, UConn was decent last year. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, let's see what
They are last in the independent conference.
Hey,
It's not even a
UAB has
conference.
won a game this year, so that's something. I'm gonna have to say UAB is gonna be my charity case this year. I mean, they did get smacked by Georgia, but they did put 21 points on Georgia.
They did.
So, just saying.
Man.
But they do play
Yeah, dude,
Navy this year. Oh.
Nope.
Yikes.
Look, Tennessee beats Connecticut later down the year, and that's okay
That's okay.
because I'm a Tennessee fan first and foremost. But
It's-
when Tennessee fails,
But it's true, ride and die's UConn.
no.
Don't you lie about it.
UConn is my backup team to feel even worse
backup
when
team?
Tennessee doesn't do good. So when they don't do good, I can have two teams that don't do good and still feel miserable.
There you go.
And then when UT plays UConn, you won't lose.
That's true. You won't.
Exactly. Well,
That's-
actually, no, I
that's-
will win, but I told you guys this last time. Half of me will feel happy, but another half of me will be dead and empty inside because UConn lost.
Or they won, then
Yeah.
you feel worse.
Then it would be half happy and the half just ceases to exist.
Oh. Oh.
UConn tickets.
It's just
will
the
sell probably
Husky,
more
guys.
than-
That's it. It's just the Husky.
Oh, wow.
I just looked at him. I was like, UConn.
He's
They'll
like
be my.
the cute little husky dog.
That's it. No, he looks ravages. He looks scary.
All right. Well, if y'all don't have
Yeah, I'm done.
anything else for this episode, we're going to cut it off
No,
early. That
no
way,
more
y'all got
UConn.
a very short episode. So, at least around 30 minutes or so. And yes, y'all have anything else?
UConn. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. Tennessee better be South Carolina. That's it. That's all, guys. I'm
All
done.
right. Cody?
Nah, I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow.
You mean, well, like I said, technically it's tomorrow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, no, he
bunch-
means Saturday.
He means Saturday, but that is technically tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is tomorrow. He said it correctly. He said,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow.
Yep, he did say
Yeah.
it right.
I said it right.
Yeah. Well, as
Yeah.
always, I'm Dustin.
I am J Dog.
And I'm Cody.
And we will catch you on the next episode of It's Football Time in college football.